In reality, while we are able to shed all the expectations and judgments we weave, feeling the barrenness of things is magical sufficient. With none covering, the complete of existence leads to itself, and we are surprised to arrive while not having long passed anywhere. Given our entanglement, one of the most tough acts of presence isn't always to disappear while beaten by means of war or worry. The only teachers in nature, together with the solar, the birds, and the plants, are quietly heroic on this regard. Not because they attain anything, but because they remain completely genuine to their personal nature, regardless of what happens to them. Don't forget the fidelity of the sun. Even within the womb, before your eyes are formed, we are able to feel the warmth and light of the sun through our mother. Spirit works this way, warming us before we can see, stroll, or speak. As we develop, the heart senses the timeless warmth of spirit, regardless of how blind we are to where we were far with. Our job is to believe what the heart senses ahead of our knowledge. If you feel like you didn't strike a balance at work and your activity is taking a toll in your spiritual health, it is probably time to recall a specific career path. A proficient death is better than intellectual health struggles, so in case you are having a tough time finding tons positivity in what you are doing, searching somewhere else could be your best option. It's irregular to be worried about beginning over or taking place a totally exclusive career path. However, don't allow that forestall you from finding your joy, in case you really want to find the process in an effort to deliver you fulfillment. Recall what subjects more to you. What do you enjoy? What are your values? Don't be afraid to try something different or out of the container if it appeals to you. If an activity lines up with the things you consider in and the things you consider out, it's frequently well worth exploring. Nevertheless, none of this is simple, even if aware of it, and so we take steering any place we can, even from the wooded area ground, in which we will ask the smallest flower, what lets you growth even tough no one is watching? While we can still ourselves, our heart will sink of its very own weight beneath the noise of the world, the recommendation of others, and even our own expectancies. When that's still, we are through our middle. This is how we exercise meat in existence. So when losing tune of what I believe in, while thinking what I'm referred to as the next, I nonetheless my heart until I prevent feeding the dark things that maintain shooting their important. In that stillness, I ask myself, in which is the light coming from today? What do I ought to do to position myself in its path? What part of me is illuminated from leaning into life? What can I learn by way of being so lighted? What is it my heart can preserve from doing that will bring me more alive? To lean into lives called from a quiet braveness that we could thus find our liveness, and the reward for leaning into existence is that the entirety hid will become candy and colorful. Or more, we are eventually present enough to acquire the beauty and colorful this is always there. Remember how a flower opens. It doesn't put together for a specific moment. however remains authentic to a life of opening and leaning closer to the light. While a flower blossoms, it turns internal out and wears its beauty within the world. In just this way, a soul opens over a life of leaning into life. As you may see, some jobs will constantly be more stressful and draining than others. However, that doesn't necessarily mean you are within the incorrect career. You just might need to make a few changes with regards to your priorities. If there are true aspects of your activity irrelevant, otherwise, you are now not geared up to leave. Your awareness have to be on striking a healthy work-life balance. Finding ways to depressure all through the workday is also essential, so you are not tired by the point you leave. You may have a busy activity without a lot of time for breaks in the course of the day. However, taking a while for yourself, especially when you are feeling crushed, is crucial. Try some of the subsequent suggestions to distress and feel more emotionally solid whilst you are working.